Sometimes our expectations can set us up for failure. It can be with people or it can be with events. Take, for example, this grumpy guy. I see him as grumpy, and before I have to go and see him, every time I lament to my wife, it's we're gonna see grumpy guy again. And my expectation is to meet this guy who's grumpy. The other day my wife said to me, why don't you just simply change your expectation? Why don't you change your attitude? And I thought, she's got a point there. Why don't I coach myself for a change and think about this grumpy guy, and instead of judging him, instead of arriving with, oh, he's going to be grumpy, and so I see grumpiness, oh, you see he's grumpy, everything is just not going to be a good meeting. Instead, shift into green brain energy, go into inquisitiveness, go into curiosity and say, why is he grumpy? And expect before you get there. He's going to be grumpy, but don't focus on his grumpiness. Maybe focus on how you feel, what you can bring, and maybe be curious about why he's grumpy. That way, you will have some happiness at least. You can enjoy whatever else is there. Maybe once he's overcome his grumpiness, he's a nice guy. He speaks with you nicely. There are interesting things to learn from him. Or maybe there are other people there and you focus more on them and less on him. And if you get curious about him, perhaps in his grumpiness, if you help him with his grumpiness, your happiness may actually change to joy when you see, oh, he can overcome it. I understand where the grumpiness comes from. I can help him overcome it. And maybe that'll make him a better person, enrich his life, and it enriches your life and you'll have joy. Or it may be an event. Sometimes we have to go to an event and we have these crazy expectations. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be wonderful. And then you get there and you're disappointed. You've killed your own joy. If we can just temper our expectations to bring it to a place where, okay, I'm going to enjoy it whatever goes on. My expectations are not going to be sky high. I'm going to have good expectations because I want to have a good quality of life. But at least it's tempered and you don't arrive with crazy expectations. So there you have it. I want to ask you to calibrate your expectations. Calibrate them to a place where you can actually meet them and become curious about what is coming up for you. Because if you can move into curiosity and work with your expectations, this is your path to joy. I hope you found this helpful. You can find more on nicohuman.com or by following me on Facebook or YouTube. And my challenge to you for this week is, let's all calibrate our expectations so that we can find joy at the end of them. Have a great week.